Alrighty, third graders, we're going to continue with our weaving. Okay, so I am about 3 colors in. I'm about halfway through my rainbow, and I'm going to give you a quick reminder of how we change colors. So I'm going to cut, leave about a 6-inch tail. So our in-person classes just started weaving today, or this week. They got through blue and purple. So you're probably a little bit ahead of them if you are working at home, just because we have really limited time. So now I'm going to go purple, blue, green. Next color is yellow. Remember, we want to do that square knot to attach our yarn, so whatever color goes on top when we do our X for our knot, that will be the one that stays on top the whole time. So I'm going to wrap that yellow around. I'm going to go ahead, do my X again, and wrap that yellow around. When I pull it tight, I get that square. I pull it really tight, and I cut the tails off. And that is going to give us a very strong square knot. And then I'm going to just continue with my weaving. So I ended with my yarn under my pink warp, and I'm going to continue with my weft across. Weft is W-E-F-T. All right, I'm going to go over, under, over, under, over, under, over. I'm going to pull it through. These are starting to fill in really nicely. And the other one there. Okay, my yarn is on top here, so my yellow is over my warp, my yellow weft. So now I'm going to come back and I'm going to go under. Remember, we switch. We are always zigzagging back and forth, and whatever string on the warp we end with, that is the one we start with. Over, under, over, under, over, under, pull it through. Just like you're sewing. All the way through. All right, let's try it again. We're back here. Our yellow is under our pink weft, or warp. We are going to go over, under. So I went over that last string, under the second, over, under, over, under. Weaving is one of those things that can be kind of meditational, because you're doing this repetitive motion, and you're kind of going back and forth, back and forth. It becomes a really nice way to calm yourself down. Okay, I'm going to pull my pieces in to make sure I'm still weaving kind of tight, but not too tight. We can see that my warp strings are still going straight out. And I'm going to cut over, under, over, under, over, under. So you're just going to keep going. Try to add on 2 or 3 more colors. It's up to you. And I will check in again next week. If you have any questions, let me know. If you are struggling to Zoom, or if you are struggling with weaving, again, let me know, and I will be happy to Zoom with you and help you troubleshoot. Now, remember, if you find yourself unweaving rows, then what's happening is that you are going, you are forgetting to do the opposite on your warp. So instead of going under, because I have an over here, so my yellow yarn is over my pink warp. So instead of going under the second time, I'm going back over. And so what you end up doing is unweaving your row, because you're doing the exact same thing backwards, and it ends up undoing everything you just did. So you can see I have 2 overs right next to each other, and what happens is we just undid the whole thing. Which, if you want to undo it, you made a mistake, whoops, I want to undo it, that's awesome. But if you don't want to undo it, and it keeps coming undone, that's why. It's because you're forgetting to switch. So again, my yellow yarn is under, again, my warp. apologize for my dirty nails. We were painting with black today. My pink, or my yellow yarn is under my pink warp. I'm going to go over because we do the opposite each time. Under, over, under, over, under, over, and pull it through like we're sewing. All right, my friends, you guys have a great week. Let me know if you have questions. I am here for you, and I'm happy to have a little one-on-one Zoom if you have questions. And